live at Canberra. We're at Skyfire, so it's the 16th of March 2024. We're at Skyfire and it's a big event for Canberra. Basically they have fireworks later on and a bit of music, choreographed and fireworks in sync. But we thought it'd be a good opportunity to set up the Forest of the Fallen here in Canberra at the lake. You can see we're at the lake, Billy Griffin. And thought it'd be a great opportunity. You can see all the people over there as well. Thought it'd be a great opportunity to set up the Forest of the Fallen and get some more people looking at the forest and seeing what it's all about. So it's a good spectacle. And of course, Forest of the Fallen is where we've got some jab injuries and deaths. So I'll just take you for a bit of a walk to show how busy it is. A lot of people all around here, but we've got the forest where we always have it on this spot where we've got about 450 or 500 placards, stories of people who are injured. Hopefully you can hear me over the wind. So jab injured or jab deaths. And we've got a lot of stories here. This is done all around Australia, of course. This is just what we do in Canberra. There's a group of people that come along and help set this up and coordinate it all. We're blowing around the wind today. You can see the stories. Oh, it's not Corey, it's Rob. Corey's give me the camera and here I am going wild. So you can see that we've got quite a few. So in between these bears and that, we've got deaths. You can see with the ribbons and the flowers. You can hear it fine? Oh, that's good. And these are the child deaths here. 9 of those. Blowing around the wind. So these are stories that people submit. They've submitted them to create awareness. We're not getting the awareness we need on the media, on the mainstream. Everything's saying it's safe and effective, but creating awareness here, and it's just putting it up and letting people have a look and make up bring their own judgment. But it is quite a spectacle to see because there are so many. And this represents only a small portion of the people who are injured by the jab. So it's only about 500 here, but we know there's a lot more that people know how often it is happening. So going around here, this is quite a good spot because people read them when they're lining up for the toilets. Quite a few stories here. So the fireworks won't start till about 8:30, but yeah, what's the time now? I don't know. They've got quite a bit of time to wait. So they may as well do some reading while they're waiting. And wonder why the media aren't covering this. Why has it been hidden? Why has it been suppressed? Well, we know the answers to that. It's been suppressed, hidden, censored, but there's no issues about displaying this in Canberra. It's more or less something we do. And you can even see there's some police ones here, Queensland, all those together. So yeah, we don't really get hassled. Don't want to jinx it or anything, but we don't. Because we're telling the truth. And a lot of people are thankful for what we do as well. So we do get some knockers, but we do get a lot of praise for putting it up, creating awareness. Some people are quite surprised that this happens and this is happening, and they come along and have a look at the stories, and I guess don't know it's happening. So as I was saying, I think there's about I think over 100 sites like this around Australia, and it's all coordinated by Selkie in Tassie, which is doing a great job. I think it is striking to see the forest. Yeah, it's very moving, and you can see that we don't really make any noise. We just put it up there. It's just something people can have a look at. They can reflect in their own way. We're here to ask questions. If people want to ask questions, we're here. If people want to relay their story or meet with like-minded people, it's also a good spot for that. So people around Australia can find that there's a safe place that they can find other people, and they're not like they're not going mad, they're not alone. I think I've done a lap now, but yeah, it just shows it's quite a good area for it in Canberra. Actually doing a favour because we're aerating the garden, so we're not doing any damage. Actually making the garden grow better with the aeration that we provide as a free service. So yeah, as I mentioned, I think there's about 500 stories here, all ages. A lot of these, these ones that I just went in front of here. There's pericarditis, myocarditis. It's a common theme: pericarditis, tremors, dizziness. Another one with pericarditis, only 35. It's supposed to be a rare disease that doctors wouldn't actually see in their lifetime, but I think by looking at this, here's another one, pericarditis. You can see it's not as rare as they make out to be. Pericarditis, this gentleman here, 25 years old. Another one, WA, pericarditis. An Enfield mare, Port Adelaide Enfield mare, diagnosis pericarditis. So it's not a rare thing that it doesn't happen. It does happen now. So yeah, thanks for viewing. A bit about Senator Janet Rennick. He's a big supporter. He's asking the right questions in Parliament. Not always getting the right answers, but he's asking the right questions. And he's getting noticed. Putting the hard questions to them that they can try and bullshit. But yeah. Alright, so we are, the Canberra Forest of the Fallen is here most Saturdays. We kind of set up with the lake, or little little burley markets. We're not part of the markets, but we set up about the same time. And so if you are in Canberra, that's normally every Saturday. We set up the markets at about 8, or the forest at about 8, and we go till about 1 o'clock. So if you did want to come down, have a look at it, read a few stories, tell other people to come down, have a chat, pick up some material. If you are worried about some of the consequences, we've got material here to help you out. So come down and see us. We're a friendly group, and there's a really good group in Canberra that, as there are in any forest that have fallen around Australia, we find there's a dedicated group of volunteers who are setting it up and just being there to support people with their questions, and it all works really well. It needs to happen, and it's sad that it had to happen, but it does need to happen, and we need to, show this to the world, show what the consequence of an experimental jab is. Anyway, I'll leave it there. Thank you for joining me, and I'll catch you some other time. Bye.